Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Prague. We're ready for more action. The second game here at the O2 Arena in Group A for the 2015 IIHF World Championships, and it's the mismatch of the group. The first seed Sweden against the number 16 seeds promoted from Division 1 last year, Austria, and with a smattering of Olympic silver medalists. The Swedish are going to start heavy favourites. But Austria coming in, and they managed to win their first game. Something of a shock as well against the fancied Swiss. A 4-3 overtime victory. It was the same story for Sweden. They overcame the Czech Republic side, the host nation. And it was a nail-biter as well, with a 4-2 comeback in the third for the Czechs before prevailing on penalties. Taking a look at the lineup, and expecting Starkbaum in goal again. The main man of the roster, Michael Raffel, the only one playing in the NHL, and was on the score sheet for the Austrians in the last match, got their first goal. Also keep an eye on Bieber as they try this massive task of taking on one of the giants of international ice hockey, Johannes Enroth, one of those who did feature against Canada in last year's Sochi Olympics. Plenty of others too. Jonathan Eriksson, Jimmy Eriksson, you can see there in the forward line. They still got to get through their opponents today in this second game of the group. They had an opening match on the 1st of May, the Swedes, while Switzerland and Austria met yesterday. And a good travelling support, as we would expect from the Swedes, in the unmissable yellow and blue. These two have only met a couple of times in recent years, and both ties going the Swedish way, 3-0 in 2011 and 7-1 in 2009. And very optimistic to pick the Austrians in this one, as the Swedish skaters come out onto the ice to a warm reception. Sure, many of their fans have been drinking all morning here in Prague and are ready to have a good day of hockey. Here at this arena, around 17,000 seats. We've got all of those in, but certainly as the tournament goes on, the Swedish are expected to progress, and one of the heavy favourites to take a medal, along with Finland. They took a bronze in the last and gold in 2013, so always thereabouts in the final four. While it's been a decade of yo-yoing between the first division and the elite level for Austria, as we get a look at their star man, Michael Raffel. He's 26 years of age, which is about the average age of this young Austrian roster. But the 26-year-old is now playing with the Philadelphia Flyers, scored 21 goals in his 67 regular season games this season. Hands with the officials, as is his opposite man, Staffan Kronwall, one of the Swedish in the roster that plays hockey in Russia, in the KHL, but certainly a big mismatch in terms of the experience of the two lineups. Nielsen and it's not Svet. Austria, not Switzerland, in the opposition. There's Oliver Ekman Larsen, another one of those who featured in Russia about a year ago. So we're getting ready for the first drop of the puck, 1:15 midday, the scheduled time, 10 seconds to go until we get this second group match in Group A underway. It is Sweden on your left and Austria on your right. The Swedes will want to put down a big statement this afternoon, and a strong first quarter, first period, as they tried to pick up the points. 3 for an outright victory, both coming into this on 2 after their overtime triumphs in the last first game of the tournament. Czech Republic currently at the top, having played 1 more with 4 points. Sweden in 4th, Austria in 5th. So despite having all morning to get ready, we are running a little bit late as the officials are in the box just covering some details. So we get a look at the head coach for Austria, Ratushny, his counterpart Par Marz. So the players in position. First 20 minutes of action to come now as the first puck is ready to be dropped. And won by the Austrians. Hunterpfund with the first involvement there for the side in red. Now Gia into neutral zone as he finds Hunterpfund again. An experienced skater for Austria in the World Championships. Despite being only 25 years of age, never getting that straight run of staying in the elite level. Made his debut in 2010. Are they going to be able to make it 2 consecutive years in the top division for the first time since, as I said, a decade of being relegated and promoted? 30 seconds gone in the first period. The puck going all the way around the ice and now into the center where waiting with it is Klingberg. Expecting the Swedes to control the puck from their own zone and cause the Austrians to do a lot of skating and try and tire them out. It's Jon Klingberg again, now with Forsberg. To center ice, first chance coming, good skip work, and then the backhanded shot. And Louis Eriksson, a 29-year-old from Gothenburg, with the first effort on goal with less than a minute played here at the O2 Arena. Clever stuff, just skipping the puck in front of the defenseman. Didn't quite have the accuracy to beat his opponent as puck is dropped again. This time it comes back the Swedish way. Lindstrom tries to fire it in front. No one waiting there, so recycled as another whistle goes. And I think it's a penalty, the first of the game. You can see Moller in your picture. Minute 15 gone. The Austrians barely had the puck since we started. Lindstrom trying to dig it out off the boards on the goal line. He wants an option, which was there in Kronwall. 5 skaters pressed up into this corner, and eventually the Austrians come away with it. Maybe now the first platform for an attack. Smart on the right side, driving forward on the wing. Then the collision as the puck goes in behind. Ball. Eriksson, accurate pass, splitting the ice. Raffel Rotte. Again, it's come back to the Swedish Achnelov. Just back skates into that high slot position, but doesn't receive the pass. Opening perhaps, well, stolen back momentarily as Hjalmarsson unable to keep hold of the puck. He's there again, trying to get that space in front of goal, and good work from the Austrians to bring it forward here with Petrik. Just dumps it up towards the goal line and trying to get someone involved, but sent up the other end as the whistle goes. And nothing there with Anilov. Actually plays in the Swedish Hockey League. Only one or two of his teammates to do so with Modo. So an attacking face-off for the Austrians. It's got to be taken again. Well, just going a little early there, so going to switch the skaters as the face-off waits to be completed. Lindholm that time, giving as good as he could get, trying to wrestle for the puck, but credit there to Austria. And now just looking to try and find this angle for a first shot with almost 3 minutes gone in the first period. And the Swedes just happy to dump it up the end and run the line change. It's ricocheting the puck off the backboard, and now coming again. Ibera driving through the middle, as is Hunterpunt. Danger now though for the Austrians. Smooth skates and spread. Now in behind, and Josefsson, he loses out as again the Austrians have the chance to come forward. This is with Herberger. Goes wide, makes the shot, but it's gloved. And it was a pretty easy save. Well, after early dominance from the Swedes, the Austrians have finally got their first shot on target. Mikko Raffel going to collect the puck from behind, could be on. He's trying to feed it there into Herberger, but it wasn't to be as the Swedes again come. Philip Forsberg, he sends it round the lines. Again, the whistle goes. And the first penalty will be awarded this time. So, number 9, Philip Forsberg, only 20 years of age, the youngest player on the roster. It's done for high sticking. Martin Schumnig. Forsberg plays for the Nashville Predators in the NHL. Good run this season. 82 games played. 63 points, including 26 goals. Short-handed as the Austrians look to take the lead. Good save with the pad. And a shot from Patrick Petter. Working the space well, just drifting across, opening up the Swedish defence, but there was no way past René Svet, Anders Nilsson even. Ibera. Well, a little too casual in the possession, trying to force that pass across to Ibera, and it's easy for the Swedes to just break up the beginning of their attack. Behind the goal again now, the Austrians, and looking for a way through. It was a steady start in the first game with the Czech Republic for Sweden. Actually went 2-1 up. Lundqvist opened the scoring. Kvarnval before Jaromir Jagr. One back for the hosts before the end of the first period. Rask made it 3-1. A brilliant comeback. Actually, credit to Zorgen, who managed to turn things back in the Swedes' favour after they seemed as if they were going to throw it away from having the lead in that game. Chance in behind, looking for the little wrap around, decides to turn it down and pass it back up. Oh, that was given away cheaply as the power play There's 40 seconds to go. 5 minutes gone in the first period. Now Raffel getting involved. Then is Dominik Heinrich. Through the centre ice comes Latuza. He's over to Komarek. Komarek is charged up into the boards and they couldn't get it through. Still there though. Need to get players back on side, and Rafael Rota has to go back into the defenseman Alexander Palestrang. He gets it back in off the boards, and then they're coming again one more time. Just trying to build things up. It's looking pretty smooth for the Austrians. Pass from Raffel. As another whistle goes. Now the Raffel brothers. Thomas there, not quite as high level as his brother. He's for Salzburg in Austria. As a lot of the Austrian roster do. Now going to come away with it. Trying to make the angle for the shot, trying to force it through there, Forsberg. Served that first 2-minute penalty. Gronvall. High up, Klingberg fires it in front, looking for the tip from Eriksson, Jimmy Eriksson that is. Lindstrom. And then, well, Jimmy Eriksson unable to do much of that. The 35-year-old veteran dragging the average age up. Get another look at the Austrian coach, Dan Ratushny, Canadian, 44 years of age, and head coach of Salzburg in Austria this last season since moving from Germany. One game for the Vancouver Canucks in his career in the NHL. Some running repairs done to the ice. So one of the panels get broken yesterday, which caused a lengthy stoppage. So ready to get going again here at the O2, and still scoreless between Sweden and Austria. Not a lot of work for either goalie either. Anders Nielsen and René Svet. And the breakaway, oh, the pass just mislaid when it needed to be accurate from Huntefund. He does go across there trying to help out as Rota is beaten to it. They're trying to bring it out themselves. Rota with a little back pass, just trying to drop it off to a teammate arriving, keeping the puck in the Swedish zone. Little behind the stick of Mulstein. And the Swedes managed to just break up that attack, and they're coming again now after the line change, and that was an accurate pass. They're in front if the passing comes, surely now! Oh, deflection on the way through. I think it was Joachim Lindström. And again, they managed to just nick it back. Was there the shot on, driven hard from the right side by Forsberg. And no save needed by Svet as the puck disappears out of the rink. Well, Austria, sure won't surprise you, have never won any medals of note in the modern game. Did win a bronze in the World Championship in 1947. And a gold in the European Championships in 1927. But, apart from that, ancient glory, a lot since. Struggling to have the consistency in their domestic league to produce a national squad that's good enough to compete year after year. Relegated in 2013, but certainly that first win of the tournament was a big boost for them against the Swiss. In 2013, the tournament was played as it was last year in Sweden. Last year Belarus, Sweden and Finland was consecutive years before that, and Austria had one win, one overtime win, and 5 losses as the first big shot is taken and saved well with the arm by Anders Nilsson. Well, the skirmish set across, looking for the little pass in behind. Schumnig is high up here in front of the goal. Now work back to Herberger, who tries the slap shot from just in front of the point on the blue line. Raffel, numbered 2-1. Still haven't quite managed to get it away though, the Swedes. Doing a good job of keeping up the other end as we see the shot count 4-3 in favour of Austria, but only really 1 or 2 of those have been likely to end up as a goal. Miracle saves performed by Nilsson or Svet. As the whistle goes, they run the changes again. So Austria going to be pretty pleased with the way things are going at the moment. This time they come away with it, and it's Clefborn. Just went a fraction early. Petrik's little give and go, quick skates from Sishan. He tries to get up round the back, but he won't have much success there. Fiske. Still Fiske. Manages the little reverse pass into Hunterpfund, who returns it. But the other number 27, Jimmy Eriksson, not having much of that nonsense behind the goal. Now trying to work the angle high up. Well, it was more of a pass than a shot, with the 3 skaters in front of the net. And they just dump it up the end and run the change. But a good dominant period from the Austrians, who done well in this first 10 minutes. Certainly looking motivated to keep challenging. That pass just getting away though from Heinrich. Strang returns it back to Heinrich again, who glides through the center ice, gets the shot away, and Nilsson not able to hold on to the shot. Too hot for him. But the Swedes survive. Well, Komorek on the chasing to nothing, because the cross-ice pass was accurate towards Louis Eriksson. He's trying to keep hold of it behind the goal. Maybe that pass went a little early, maybe not. Rota bouncing in the middle. The glove can bring it back Sweden's way. And behind with Schumnig. Now with Raffel. Thomas. Again skating hard to try and win it back. A little tussle between Lattuza and Sjögren. Forsberg getting inside, the backhanded pass. Now the broken battle down the left side eventually comes out with Austria having the puck. The shot is pretty easy to deal with for Nielsen as it just skids over the ice. Making himself big in the right areas. Playing his hockey in the KHL with AK Bars Kazan. Did have 2 years in the NHL with the New York Islanders. And this is his 2nd year in the World Championships. Debuted last time out, made 9 appearances. A good run in the playoffs as well, AK Bars Kazan in the KHL into the latter stages. Still waiting on the first goal here in this early afternoon game between Sweden and Austria. Taking their time to get things going. Lundqvist does a good job to steal it back on the playoff. Face-off even. Sjogren tries to go across the ice. Arriving in front was Lundqvist. And the bouncing puck. Good quick work there from Michael Raffel. Just teasing the puck in front of his man and then firing the pass, but they've got it back now. Sweden looking for the shot on and going in behind. Tries to drop it off. It is Lundqvist again. Josefsson once more. Oh, and trying to lay that quick pass for the arriving Matthias Sjogren. Klingberg. Well, just leaving it there in center ice as they ran the change. Get away with it. Ekman Larsson. Oh, dispossessed. Pickpocketed by Fiske as Nielsen makes yet another save. Well, feels like they haven't really got going yet, the Swedish fans. And neither of their team. Maybe all still a bit hungover from last night's activities. Pretty cheap beer in Czech Republic. The powerhouse, remember, first seed versus the 16th. We would expect them to well, again, more running repairs to the ice. So finally, we're going to get going again. Taking their time with this first period. And the Swedes coming away with it. Lindstrom. Heinrich 4-year-old. One of those who earns his Euros in Austria. It's the second World Championship game at the high level. Well, they're going to try and build it up from the back again this time with Heinrich. As they scramble in front of him, and another whistle. Rather disjointed little period of play out there as face-off after face-off follows. That coming after a good run by the Austrians. They managed to put together some decent passages of play to put pressure on the Swedish keeper. Nilsson's the one who's been making the most saves in the last 4 or 5 minutes. 7 to go. Komorek, he lays off. Driving forward is Wodger. Bangs it off the back, sends it for something to chase. And the big forecheck coming on, Rafael. Oh, one-on-one for the first goal! Good save from René Svet. And Sweden gifting away a good chance. Could be another one coming now. And there is the first goal. Sweden take the lead. And it's Klingberg. I think he finds the net. Let's take another look. Well, no, Philip Forsberg, he goes in the charts with the first goal for Sweden, and that was after the Austrians gave it away. There he is going for it, Philip Forsberg. Launches that through, his first goal in the World Championships. Nashville Predators forward. Their own worst enemies there. Austria giving away the puck after almost getting it clear following the first attack. Lebler drops it off, and now with Herberger. Lebler again in the middle, but it won't make it to him as they battle for it. A little trip there from Shumnik. Ibera. Holding is being signaled by the refs. Shumnik is going to go into the bin. So a chance now for the Swedes to get another goal with this power play to come. See there, he was just obstructing his man. Number 11. So can the Swedes turn this to their advantage here in the closing minutes of the first period? With a man advantage. Driven shot right in front with the most venom. I'm just looking for the pass, trying to keep them at stick length. And then the hard slap shot is sent away, repelled by the Austrian keeper Svet. 5 minutes remaining. Still looking for that option. The two players in front took a big deflection, and now the face-off to follow. I'll say the Austrians, considering they're coming in as heavy underdogs, have done a pretty good job in this first period, limiting the Swedes to only 1 goal, and they probably should have had one themselves. And had the lion's share. Minute left on the power play. Can Swedes turn this to another point? Well, they've done the first part well enough. I'm just trying to work the angle. Having a bit of a tussle in the middle, in front of the goal. Well laid off, just teasing the angle. Eventually got the shot away on the far side. And well won back too. Again, trying to work the space. Fires it in behind, but won't get there. And it squirts away with 30 seconds to go and gives them the chance to run the change. As the whistle goes on the play, but good work from Austria as Swedish skater not too impressed. There's the goal scorer, Forsberg. Just skip it back through his legs. And all alone. Again, 5 seconds to go on the power play just to see off this bit of danger. Close in on the last chapter in the first period. Actually, the shot to come. Well, one more to follow, driven hard. And the man right in front was enough of a block to help his keeper. They just keep it inside the blue line in the Austrian zone. Still trying to recycle. Now arriving, bringing it right up to the goal net. And trying to turn it in. That was a ghost-like run. Just moments before, then the slap shot, and unfortunate not to get that through. See, it just flies up off Svet. Look at that, that was quality from Forsberg. Manipulating the puck into space and then evading the defenders and slipping it past Svet in the Austrian goal. It was really an excellent individual opener for the Swedes. More danger coming here, perhaps with Lindholm going through. Just trying to get it out as less than 3-minute mark has passed. Palestrang. Now it was a slack pass. Unable to get it in first time. Waiting there was Rahimi. And Victor Rask. Lindholm shifts it on. Rask again. Behind the goal. Looking for the option, but the Austrian defence is pretty stubborn on that occasion, and coming through a little 2-on-1, 3-on-2. Now for the equalising goal. Oh, that was a crucial intervention by Rask. As Austria are getting ready to pull the trigger. Heinrich is the one down. Two minutes to go. Well, that was an error. And maybe just getting a little tired, the Austrian skaters, after... and then close range! And driven by Lundqvist. Now cliff bomb. Again, you can see that extra bit of skill, the extra bit of quality when they're moving the puck. So much smoother as the big check comes in. Little layoff right in front, and there's the second. And Sweden have the 2-goal advantage. And it's number 84, Oscar Klefbom. And that has finally woken up the Swedish fans. Nice goal by the 21-year-old, just arriving in the right place at the right time after Svet just hacked it away. A big check there, and then laid right in front to the goal. All he had to do was get the stick through. Credit to Matthias Sjögren. Laid on the assist. So it's Austria 0, Sweden 2. Another chance developing. 70 seconds remaining. And that one's there, still in front. Trying to get the shot away was Louis Eriksson. Inside the final minute. A lot of stoppages in this first period as that shot, that time is sent away. It was first goal scorer again. Here's surely, and there is the third. The Austrian D crumbling at the wrong time, and it's now 3-0. And Anton Lander goes onto the score sheet for the Swedes. But all over the place there, the defense of Austria. Forsberg involved, and then again worked in from behind the goal. He just drifts across the crease and tucks it into the corner. Simple, and after making relatively few saves early on, René Svet picking the puck out of his net again and again in quick time. 13:38, 18:37, and 19:23 for the goals. So 2 just to close out this period. Something to think about in the break for the head coach and Ratushny. Slap shot from high up, driven hard by Klefbom. And there is the buzzer. So at the interval, it's Austria 0, Sweden 3, and they're in total control. More to come after the break. Don't go away. Hello, welcome back to the O2 Arena in Prague, where it's looking good. The tail of the tape from the first period sees a 3-0 lead for the favourites, the number 1 seed, Sweden, and they put 2 in the last minute and 23 seconds, which gives them this comfortable advantage as we get ready for the second period. Austria 0, Sweden 3, and the first face-off of the second time coming with Jimmy Eriksson up against another number 27, Hunterfund, and it goes Sweden's way. We had quite a long first period with running repairs being done to the ice. After a couple of face-offs, dug it up on that top left side there. So the pressure is on Austria to try and get the next goal, with Sweden taking their time to open the scoring. It came through Philip Forsberg in the 13:38, then Clefbaum, and last was Anton Lander, 19:18. Oh, that was a good pass. Dangerous there. It is Lander. Cross ice, looking for Kronwall, who has the puck. In behind is Eriksson, Louis, that is. And just trying to work the cycles and open up the space, but the Austrians have managed to come away with it momentarily. Sweden will come again, looking for the fourth goal. Save that time by Svet. With 13 saves and 3 goals conceded, 7-0 for Anders Nielsen in the first time, and didn't have to get a glove on that one as it whistled past his right post. Cleaning up is Anton Lander, just hits the reverse pass. Bouncing puck, doesn't quite make it out into the neutral zone, and the Swedes almost recycling. And that one gloved by Nielsen. Well, the first sequence of play comes to an end as they can run the changes. And Anders Nielsen, the 25-year-old keeper, he's involved in just his second World Championships. And this is his first game of the tournament with the Olympic silver medal winner Johannes Enroth on the bench. And gloved another one. Good performance so far from the understudy. Similar ages though, Enroth 26 and Nielsen 25. Victor Rask trying to dig it out. Arriving to give him some help is Daniel Rahimi, and then the whistle goes as the players come together. First little interchange, Manuel Latuza. We got a arm up for the penalty, so we're gonna have to take a look at this one. It is Daniel Rahimi. Boarding maybe for that one. Keeps his man down. Well, 2 and 5. Checking from behind for Daniel Rahimi. 2 and 10. So a bad start. Penalised for the first time in this period. Forsberg went into the bin for 2 minutes for high sticking in the first, as Shumnik did for holding. Sjogren doesn't quite get there first. It's Michael Raffel, and the NHL star does as well. Captain of, apologies, Thomas Raffel, the captain, his brother. So now they've got to try and turn this numerical advantage into some points, but risking a short-handed goal there as they tried to break forward, losing the puck, and then Sjogren unable to get through the neutral zone. They'll come again now. Just lays it off short. And the pass up from Ibera. Runs into trouble, which in the form of Matthias Ekholm. 40 seconds gone in the power play. The Austrians going to come again. No power play goals for them yet so far in the tournament. Still trying to work the angle, just still working it on the left wing and then in behind. Bounces off the back of the net, and arriving was Thomas Raffel. Again, the Swedes have managed to bring it away. Danger perhaps. Jimmy Eriksson, his pass doesn't quite meet its mark in Victor Ask. And they're coming again from behind now, the Austrians. Is Dominik Heinrich through into the neutral zone. Open is Raffel here. Raffel! And it's taken between the legs by Nilsson. Well, rejecting that shot to fire it out to the captain, who couldn't get it beyond the keeper. Still time left on the clock though, with this one man advantage. That time Raffel can't come away with the puck as they send it round the boards, but it remains in the Swedish zone. Well, didn't quite manage to lay the pass in time there. That was disappointing. The offside call against Palestrang. Sweden with one goal from 4 power plays so far coming into this. Czechs leading. And excellent success last night in their game. And the power play killed as that one's just fired into Svet. Back to full strength for the Swedes. Charging forward through center ice, looking for the option. Michael Raffel tried to just lay it off now with Palestrang. Setting himself up, 2 men arriving nearby to offer the option of the pass, but he hasn't quite chosen which is the best yet. Schumnig, he sends it behind the goal as Austria continue to put the pressure on Sweden here. Lander going alone, arriving on his shoulder, Louis Eriksson, who has it now. Smudged into the boards. Uses his body well in that occasion was Philip Forsberg. High up on the slot, and that one couldn't be held by Svet. And just couldn't quite manage to keep it inside their zone, so having to restart the attack. Now arriving on the left wing is Ekman Larsson. He's all the way round the back of the goal. He's looking for his option. Forsberg was high up there, but decided to go back behind the goal. And Louis Eriksson tussling for the puck. And then the slap shot took a double deflection. Oh, that was a great moment there. Forsberg almost turning it in, but didn't quite drive through on the shot with the goal at his mercy. Forsberg again with the backhanded pass. Good touch too from Ekman Larsson. He lays off, control with the skate, round the back, looking for the wraparound. Close range shot, that time from Lundqvist. And the Swedes managing to recycle the possession again and again to keep things moving and testing out this Austrian defense. Klingberg back in the Swedish zone with the fragments of the stick down on the ice, still alive. Josefsson, his pass goes round the boards on the far side, onto the goal line. Again, Zogrin waiting. Josefsson once more, and now in front. Oh, that was a good chance to Jimmy Eriksson from close range, thwarted by René Svet. But an excellent period of possession for the Swedes. This again and again, looking for the opening to try and get this 4th goal, as it's just dumped up as the Austrians run the change. Hjalmarsson now through the middle. Lindholm, still Lindholm gone the long way, checks back quickly, high up on the angle and fired round the boards as again they're looking to get it in behind. But the Swedes have gone through the gears in this second period, which has been a lot faster than the first. Almost 40 minutes to complete the first period. Again and again they're recycling the possession. Just losing control of it for a moment there was Elias Lindholm, and he has it back right on the goal line, lays off. And now again with a shot, pouched by Svet. And they managed to survive. Remains 3-0 to the Swedes, where they're in total control. And an entertaining, much more entertaining second period than the stop-start we saw in the first. And here's some of the highlights. There was that driven shot. Oh, so close for the man who got the first goal, Philip Forsberg. After they stole it on the goal line, just recycled it back in front of the net. And that was at the moment at the other end for the Austrians. Did that strike the frame of the goal? Raffel lays it back. No, good save with the pads from Nilsson. Still no way through for the Austrian attack. After winning that first game in Group A, they been able to carry that over into this early afternoon start. The Swedes looking mostly untroubled as we're ready to get going again. Credit there that time to Komorek. But right in front, oh, it's another great chance for Sweden. Fired straight at Svet by number 45, Oskar Muller. And the 26-year-old hasn't had many shots so far this afternoon. Really didn't take advantage of that opportunity presented to him right in front of the goal and putting it straight into the belly of the Austrian keeper. That was good work that time by Jimmy Eriksson, the veteran. Again, another wide-angled shot that was repelled. Austria can bring it forward. They got, well, looking for that little reverse pass was Heinrich. But then bouncing free and loose into the neutral zone. And Austria just reorganizing themselves to come again. Desperately need this next goal. Try and reduce their arrears to 2. Palestrang. Well, something to chase there for Komorek. Doesn't get the better of his man. Oh, right in front again! What a chance! That time the captain, Thomas Raffel, from point-blank range. But a good save from Nilsson. He got his left leg down quickly and just closed off the gap between him and the post. Austria pushing hard to try and get themselves back into this one. And credit to the man between the pipes, Anders Nilsson. He's made some big saves in this game so far to keep things at the 0 for Austria, and it's gone to 4 now for Sweden. And he does look the best forward out there on the ice. Philip Forsberg, rather fortuitous to get that beyond Svet. There's no power on the shot, but guided it beyond the keeper, and it's now Sweden 4, Austria nothing. His second goal of the afternoon to go with that one assist, so leading the points. And there was that moment at the other end as Nilsson closed down the gap on Raffel, and then a lightning quick counter going up the other end. And again, some excellent stick work from the young Forsberg, just 20 years of age. And you can see him causing all sorts of troubles for the Austrian defense. A riddle with that stick in his hand, and after moving it from left to right, put it through the legs of René Svet. And Sweden closing in on their second victory, even though we're just yet to approach the halfway mark. A long way back for Austria, and maybe a fifth goal strikes the side netting, that time from the stick of Josefsson. Well, we saw the Austrian skaters start to tire in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the first period. And they're doing a lot of defensive work. Another slap shot, another opportunity. Lundqvist that time in front of the goal. Couldn't make the touch, but Austria failed to get it away. They're just coming again and again, that time striking the skate of Lundqvist after the shot from Josefsson. Pinched back in center ice, driving up the left wing. Another chance, another goal! And Sweden make it 5. Well, too easy. And Elias Lindholm gets the 5th for the jubilant Swedish fans, who are having a lovely time out there, supping on the beers and watching 5 goals go down. 9:12 on the clock here in the second period. But look at this steal in the middle, and it's the number 28 all the way, coming down the left wing, opens it back onto his forehand and slaps it into the back of the net through the legs of Svet. And really was a sitting duck there, the Austrian keeper. No protection offered after they lost the puck in the center ice. So again they come, and a quite insatiable desire for more goals here from Sweden. Really pushing hard and moving well out of sight against the 16th seeds, who did so well to keep it level before all these 5 goals. I've just seen them fall out of the picture and trying to avoid an embarrassing defeat now. Remember, goal difference could be important. They're going to be involved in the relegation battle, as they have been year after year, going down the last decade. They want to try and keep this scoreline as respectable as possible going forward. A little period of possession, perhaps, to try and get that first goal. 10 minutes gone in the second period. The Swedes have added 2 to the 3 in the first 20. Rafael Rota is on his own, trying to dig it out, but up against 2 Swedish defensemen, he comes up with nothing. High on the forecheck, they're trying to close down the space, the Austrians. But again, the accuracy of the passing of the Swedes is the real superior difference, as well as the menacing forwards they've got. But surely now, oh, another chance, and that time bearing down on goal. Manuel Gia fires wide with only Nilsson to beat. Now coming up the other end is Forsberg. Seen a lot of ice time so far this afternoon. It's as if it's going to be a big tournament for the youngster. Well, time to take a breather. Don't run the change. Then driving through the middle. Huge gap opening up for number 6. And he's got a hat-trick. It's that man again, Philipp Forsberg. Went straight between the 2 Austrian defensemen and finds the back of the net for a 3rd time in this game. What a afternoon he is having. 3 goals and 1 assist for the Nashville Predators forward, and it'd be a big year for him to win a first World Championships. Again, manipulating the puck as he arrives up to Svet, picks his spot, sends it in the top shelf, rattles the water bottle of Svet. Sweden 6, Austria nothing, and they're moving further and further away from their opponents, who have no answer now to the speed and movement of their attacks. And some excellent attacking hockey to enjoy here this afternoon in this second game in the O2 Arena in Prague. A 2015 IIHF World Championships. The number 1 seeds are showing their muscles in what we've seen so far. And no surprise that the Austrian coach Dan Ratushny has just had a timeout and speaking with his players, falling to pieces the defence the last 7 or 8 minutes since the resumption. Change of keepers with Starkbaum coming in, who started the first game. That win that already seems a long time ago. And they managed to beat Switzerland 4 goals to 3. 6-0. Mentioned early on, the biggest victory between these 2 sides for Sweden was a 7-1 win. They've already got that margin. It could be added to there as the pass goes across the front of the crease. And Austria really bamboozled by this Swedish attack. I don't know where they're going at the moment. Well, the big check comes on and a bit of physicality changes things back in the red favour. But Swedes Certainly used to playing it rough. Oscar Moller, little layoff. Klingberg just keeps it inside the Austrian zone. Open up his Kranval. He lays it back. 8 minutes on the clock. Whistle goes on the play from right in front. And there we can see 3 goals in either period for the Swedish. 7:58 on the clock. And it's been Filip Forsberg who's the standout forward for the Swedes, for the head coach there. I'm sure he's enjoying himself now. Per Martz. Long way to go in the tournament, but certainly lays a marker down as cheerleaders put on the show during the interval. It's a very interesting hat that gentleman's got. The Austrian fans still enjoying themselves there. That row of red shirts and, as I say, good cheap beer here in the Czech Republic, in which all the fans, I'm sure, will be drinking deeply. Some consolatory words there for the Swedish keeper. So after a lengthy stoppage, ready to get going again. And it is star Michael Raffel, who hasn't been able to impose his NHL pedigree on the Swedish line so far. But in truth, quite a one-sided battle on paper, and so it's proved. The reason in the number 1 seeds and the number 16. Still, Sweden had to come out here and show they were the better side. Whether they can nil Austria and shut them out is something we're yet to see. Still plenty of time left for the Austrians to try and just reduce this gap, make it look a little more respectable, and get to the end of the game. 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. As well, that's been given away cheaply. All the options, and arriving there late with the slap shot. It was taken by Anlov. Again, after an unnecessary error, really, from the Austrian defence. Too casual with the pass. Palestrang just dumps it into the middle. A little one-on-one for a moment there, but won't go far. Klefbom starting things off from behind the goal. Plays the short pass. There is Viktor Rask. Now the one-on-one. Austria to pull one back. Oh, Nilsson throws himself down. He's lost his stick in the process, but the 0 remains for Austria. What a chance that was. Well, the two skaters coming together as the referees separate, but the credit there again goes to Anders Nilsson. 2-minute penalty for Viktor Rask as a result of that last sequence of play. But you've got to put that one in the back of the net. And there was the foul for interference with the shot coming from number 50, Mario Fisker. Yet to score on the power play in the tournament. This is their second game, Austria. And they have the 2 minutes now with the one-man advantage. Aggressive play from the Swedish, instead of sitting back and just trying to dump it up the other end. Actually gone on the attack. Maybe they'll be punished for that. Another whistle goes on the play, and the Austrian line can just reorganize themselves and try and work out how they're going to take advantage here. Another penalty coming. Slashing, so 4v4 as Palestrang goes off. Another look here, wearing number 90. Well, yeah, you can see there he jams his stick between the legs of Matthias Sjögren, And what was a small glimmer of hope, a small opportunity to try and get this first goal, very quickly rubbed out with that penalty given. Still there, another option, another chance, looking for number 7. And just rejecting the shot there, Stefan Kronwall. He's on the puck again, lays off, surely now. Well, from close range, managed to fire wide of the left post of Starkbaum. And still alive with the 4-on-4. Oh, it's a brilliant save from Starkbaum using his right pad. The right leg goes out to deny Sweden a 7th. Michael Raffel going the long way round on the goal line, pulls it back. Tried the shot, was Brian Lebler. And the yellow shirts close around him in front of the net. And the Swedish can come forward now. Here's the 3-goal hero. Back with Jonas Achtnelov. He takes it behind the goal. They just ran the change quickly. 40 seconds remaining on the 4-4. And Sweden trying to show their superior speed. That was Lindstrom. The puck just left behind by Moller, who's now behind the goal. Gets checked up against the boards by Patrick Petter. And Austria can bring it away. 22 seconds to go with both teams down a man. Rahimi in behind, as is Achtnelov. Just manages to dig it out, and the last few seconds of the short-handed period come to a close. So the two sides back to full strength now. And, well, say that, Sweden still with a few more seconds to negotiate as Nielsen leaves his goal to force it out to the right. And now Victor Rask, well, he's drifted through into the middle. And he's now back to full strength for the Swedes. Well, just trying to drag that one towards the goal as the referee arrived near the crease to watch that sequence of play. Ekholm. Still Ekholm, high up on the line, looking for an option, looking for an angle, trying to lay it on for a teammate. That was a nice little dummy, he's still going. Well, there's no option there, but he's kept hold of the possession well, teasing the Austrian defence. Hjalmarsson going behind. He takes a check and, well, the Austrians eventually come away with it. 3:40 on the clock, just dumped up, but doesn't make it through center ice, so not much further as Matthias Ekholm through the middle and mislaid by Josefsson. And Starkbaum eventually getting a glove on it to bring that sequence to an end. But there was a lovely bit of skating from Hjalmarsson, and that was that great save from Klingberg. Close range. Watch Starkbaum's right leg here. Just drives it out to the right side and wards away the 7th goal. And that was Achtnelov. Well, still trying to dig it out on the far side as the puck goes tumbling through center ice, and the race was on. Won there by the Austrian skater, Sihan. But not for long. Lundqvist lays off for number 7, saved with the pads. That shot from Josefsson. Still alive. Coming back through center ice, and they just retreat into their own zone. Was onside. And now arriving with speed on the skates on the left wing. And it's Forsberg again, still Forsberg. As the puck going between his legs, gave it short off to Klefbom. Klefbom, he's dispossessed in behind the goal, and the Austrians can bring it away. 2 minutes 30 to go in the second period. And the Austrians still being completely outplayed here. 3 goals in the first, 3 in the second. And after that fusillade from the Swedes, it doesn't seem as if they're going to get anything positive out of this game in points total, and it could be a 7th coming. 1-on-1. Starkbaum, well, maybe he should have started from the first buzzer because he's already shown his quality in this second period since replacing René Svet in the 31st minute. 2 minutes to go. The Swedes still thirsty for more goals. And there, again in front, and it was Forsberg again, who looking for his 4th goal of the afternoon. That shot from Kronwall. It's all Sweden. It's all yellow. And Kronwall again, good use of the stick, just working it back onto his forehand, but he couldn't get the shot away. But again, you can just get the feeling there's a little bit of fatigue in the Austrian skaters as we approach the end. And Lindstrom almost there. The shot followed up from, who was that, number 45, Moller. Still sniffing around, looking for another chance. We got 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in the second period. And Sweden trying to finish it strongly. Scrambling D from the Austrians. They're going to be absolutely shattered when they get off the ice after this one. They've been completely outplayed. Rahimi attempted the shot, and then with his back to goal, Victor Ask swinging. 1 minute left in the second period. And Daniel Rahimi's short pass into the left wing, right in front again. Couldn't manage to make the tip. Starkbaum didn't need to make the save. 4-on-2 at the other end, deflected off the skates as they attempt to recycle, but no one there in behind the goal. No one but a Swedish skater, that is. 30 seconds remaining. Here's the captain, Thomas Raffel. Still there, but can't find much space under pressure from Akhnelov. Now bouncing through, 15 seconds remaining of the period. And well, they're just going to have to try and do their best in the last as the final seconds tick down. And there is the buzzer, so we end the second period. It's Swedish dominance, the tail from the O2 Arena here in Prague. 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Are they going to get 3 in the third? It's number 9 who's doing all the damage. Philip Forsberg with a hat-trick. We'll find out soon. Don't go away.
světla sleduje a celý svět také sleduje samozřejmě Ostravu, kde probíhá zápas mezi Ruskem a Slovenskem. A tam to není tak jednoznačné jako právě tady, kde vyrušuje Česko. So now let's have a look into Austria, and there is a match between Russia and Slovenia. And the result after the second period is 4-2. So it's not so clear as in here, but we'll see if the Austrians can be better in the last third period. Russia is leading 4-2 over Slovenia after the second
Hello, welcome back to the O2 Arena here in Prague, where the Swedes are 6-0 ahead as we get ready for the third and final period here. Second game in Group A of the 2015 IIHF World Championships. And it's looking good for that man there, who already has a hat-trick. His name, Filip Forsberg. So the first drop of the puck, and it comes back Austria's way. Current scoreline. First time they've scored 6 in a group game in the World Championships in 2012 when they beat Denmark 6-4. The year before that was 6-2 against the Americans. As we see an early foul, just 13 seconds gone. The last time they had a 6-goal winning margin, it was against Austria, 2009 in Bern. They won 7-1, and that was their opening match of the tournament. Meanwhile, the referee just making the signal there. We're going to see another penalty, and it is Alexander Palestrang again, who's going into the bin for the Austrians. Their 6th penalty minute, and Ratushny, who changed goalies in the second period, taking out René Svet and replacing him with Bernhard Starkbaum, who's done a good job so far as the Swedes go for this power play goal. A one-man advantage for 2 minutes so far. They have just 2 goals from their 4 coming into this game. Failed to complete the goal in the other 2 opportunities already afforded them in the match. But they're in an impregnable position here, the Swedish roster. In center ice for the drop of the puck. And comes back Sweden's way. Worked over to the left-hand side. Louis Eriksson just drifting around. He was waiting for the puck. There is Forsberg. Back to Eriksson now. Over here is Ekholm. Kronwall makes himself available. Now it's with Ekholm. No angle there for the shot. Just holding on to the possession. Teasing it. Trying to open up the angle. Lander. He has 1 goal so far this afternoon. Now high up in the point. Trying to open things up. And then the slap shot from close range. It was Forsberg again, and the Austrians managed to just kick it away to safety. Lander on the goal line, lays it back, and then the shot. Again it was Forsberg, again the block came in. 1 minute of the power play remaining. Lander lays off just in behind, back to Forsberg, he wants to pull the trigger. Bouncing puck is pulled out of the sky. Forsberg. And then the whistle goes with 50 seconds remaining of the power play. Still Sweden 6, Austria nothing. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, as we take a look at some of the action of that last moment. Saved again by Starkbaum at his near post, and then just trying to almost kick it in was Louis Eriksson. As we see there was the line change, and the puck is going to be dropped in center ice. Face-off goes Austria's way. Bouncing puck goes up through into the Swedish zone. It's going to be collected by John Klingberg, who shows a quick pair of skates to get away from his marker. It's a good pass too. Comes over now. Nilsson. It was Lindholm, apologies. And the pass back up on the boards. They're just trying to dig it out and keep it in there. Hjalmarsson. And with 20 seconds to go of the penalty, the Austrians dump it up the end and should just be able to see out these last 12 seconds with Klingberg bringing it. And now through center ice, touch from Lindholm. He just drops it off. Won't get it away this time. And back to full strength, the Austrians. A good job of killing that penalty, but we just saw they were overpowered by the Swedes in a blistering period of goals for the number 1 seeds. Scored 3 in 3 minutes. Between 28 and 31-14. And now another one perhaps. Rahimi took a deflection on the way through. They're still there for the Swedes though, as Jakob Josefsson attempted to find the pass, bringing it back into their own zone. And now in center ice, the Austrians have had their opportunities. 11 saves made so far by Anders Nilsson in the Swedish goal. Nice little reverse pass, looking to play it in to number 20, Joel Lundqvist. And slack on that occasion. It was their accuracy of passing and also the cunning play in attack that really was the difference in the second period. Their forward line Sweden far more destructive and ruthless in front of goal, as that pass was a little slack, striking the skates, but eventually away. Oskar Moller. Here's Moller again. He's sweetly timed his pass out to the left wing, and arriving was Moller once more, still there right in front. No look pass, now in behind. Moller again, the 26-year-old from Stockholm. Sends it back in behind, and they just keep cycling round, trying to open up the space. Moller once more. He returns the pass. Ekman Larsen. High up on the blue line, over to Klefbom, who also has one goal so far this afternoon. Two skaters going down, but the Swedes retaining the possession. Space now for the shot, surely! And then parried away by Starkbaum. Another good period of continuous pressure from the Swedish outfit, and it's not finished yet either. Just rejecting the shot, Lindstrom. Still there though, Klefbom looks for his option, goes cross-ice with the pass. Eriksson, two men in front of the net, just trying to ward away any danger, but the Swedes relentless in this attack. That was a nice little touch. Well, credit there to Sweden, really making this difficult as it's brought under control before crossing into the center ice. Forsberg is chasing after the puck, but he's not going to get there first, trying to put the pressure on. Raffel gets it away, and finally a moment to take a breath and change some of the skaters. The shot, first time from Latuza, 31 years of age, and the joint oldest man, 1 year younger than Ibera, him, Latuza, and also Nicholas Petrik. Here's the star of the game so far. Star of the game, I'm sure, come the end. 3 goals for Filip Forsberg, all first 3 for him in the World Championships. This is his first appearance. The 20-year-old has been ruthless in front of goal, and quite rightly congratulated by his teammates for his contributions so far today. Well, that was poor. Trying to get the shot off. Shumnik doesn't even manage to hit the puck. Those sort of errors have been capitalized on in this game so far by Sweden. And again there, trying to just play the back pass up the board. Didn't come off, and the pressure coming this time with Hjalmarsson. He tried to just play it in behind, but they still have it there. Now right in front for number 7. Oh, that was a brilliant chance for Lindholm as the whistle goes. Penalty called. And discipline there against Martin Shumnik, who gets 2 minutes for slashing. He was also in the bin in the first period for holding an opponent. And that goal-scoring chance, the two 28s coming together, ends with another penalty, and short-handed as coach of Austria looks on pensively. Managed to come away with it from the face-off. Looking up, Komarek dumps it down the other end. 10 seconds gone in the power play. Sweden yet to add to their 2 goals that they had in the first game. The overtime victory against the Czech Republic, the hosts, when they won the penalty shootout. Oh, good stick work again, and that time the shot, well, was it just parried away with the stick after Patrick Petter took aim at goal. Indeed it was. He gets the glove, right glove on it. This will be a good angle. Sending the defenseman the wrong way. Sets up the shot, and it actually strikes the stem of Bernard Starkbaum's stick. Petter again. 1 minute 30 to go in the playoff, in the face-off, sorry, in the power play. 3rd time lucky. Petter passes it over on the far side, gets it back high up on the point, looking for the angle. A driven shot again, rattles around the boards. Still there for Patrick Petter, lurking by the goal. It won't go to him though. Just kept that inside the Latvian zone. Cross it comes to Lander. 1 minute played in the power play. Anton Lander, again, the 24-year-old. who's involved in trying to open up this space for the Swedes. Right in front again, and once more looking for Forsberg, and Forsberg's number 4. Couldn't quite get the shot away in time. 40 seconds to go as Forsberg feels the forearm. There really is one-way traffic here between these two, and the penalty certainly helping that. Moller lays off. Another good pass. They're really stretching the Austrian defense. Lindstrom jinks inside. Lindstrom! Oh, and then the fresh air found by Moller after the save with the left leg by Starkbaum. That time the pass intercepted by Lattuza. And the power play is over. Back to full strength, but still a shot to come. And another good save, that time with the left pad. Good reverse pass by Ganal. Here's Thomas Raffel, the captain. And they just can't hold on to the puck for more than a few seconds at the moment, Austria, and just keeps encouraging Sweden to come again and again. Heinrich saves the puck back. Everybody to his right. No way through, and they're breaking up the play well. The Swedish are going to be very pleased if they can nil their opponents, shut them out in this game. The 6-goal advantage that they currently have. Another shot from close range, that time driven wide from Josefsson. Worked around by Palestrang. Big check coming on the boards. And now through center ice into the Swedish end, and lost by Brian Lebler. Ready to start all over again, Daniel Rahimi. In the close control, a big difference between these two, being able to jockey the puck into the right position as the big charge comes in, knocks Rotta to the ground. Now a drive pressure coming from Gia, which was seen, allowing the puck just to roll its way around the boards. Wide position, bounces off the chest of Starkbaum. Shot from Kranval. And the other number 4, Daniel Nitterdorfer. A broken stick over on the far side, but it's action in the center of the ice that we're most interested in, as Philip Forsberg comes down the right wing, just checks back, looks for his option, tries to shunt the pass short. Arriving there in the slot was Ekman Larsson, still has it. He fires it round the backboards and picks up his man too. A drop of the shoulder, trying to make some space. Going through their plays well here, Sweden. 10 minutes remaining in this game. Little layoff, Clefbaum. And a driven shot from Lander. Eriksson picks back up. Gives the short pass with Clefbaum overlapping, then whisks it over to the far side, still teasing the space, trying to maneuver the defense. The Austrians are all out at the back, and well, the slap shot was asking to be hit from Clefbaum, and the tip was on for Moller, but eventually the whistle goes, and to bring to an end another frenetic sequence of play for the Swedes. Again and again looking to break down the Austrian defense, and yet another penalty to follow. This time it's Patrick Petter who goes into the bin, so really on the back skate in this third period. And you can see there the incident has taken a tug of the shirt of Anton Lander. And the 21-year-old is going to have to spend another couple of minutes in the bin, so they've just been almost constantly short-handed in this third and final period. The Vienna Capitals defenseman is playing in his first World Championships. Did play last year in Division 1. So So some more running repairs being done to the ice as we wait for the puck to be dropped again. But it's all Sweden here. We're inside the last 10 minutes. How are they going to be able to add to the 3 goals in the first period and the 3 in the second? Absolute domination from the #1 seeds. And the Austrians really struggling to keep their discipline under such a relentless attack from the team in yellow and blue. Komarek there for Austria against Eriksson, who digs it out back into center ice, so they'll all have to come back and reorganize themselves now with Lindstrom. He does a quick 360 to set it up as they run a couple of changes on the line and driving forward on the left-hand side. Everything to the right here. If the pass can come from Lindstrom, well, he decides to go left on his own, and very quick there, Starkbaum to pouch that puck and just give his teammates a little breather. But all the penalty minutes in this final period going against Austria. Palestrang, Shumnig, and now Petter in the bin. Another chance here. Eriksson again there. Again the Swedes come up with it. The shot's on. Looking for the angle. Took a deflection on the way through. Then the backhanded shot from Moller. And didn't quite manage to get it. Just flew over the top of the bar and the frame of the goal. And then another chance. Good save! And then he's fallen upon it. Bernhard Starkbaum with nothing left to do but just throw his body down in front of the puck. And I think he manages to just squash it before it crosses the line. His defenseman also there making sure it didn't go in. Let's have another look here. Bouncing puck. Well, it was right in front there. Jimmy Eriksson tried it on the backhanded shot there. And you can see Starkbaum knows where the danger is. Just lay back. Stopped any chance of that 7th goal. But it's not over yet. Lander there for the Swedes. Come away with it once more. Elkholm pulls it over to Lander. 1 minute 15 to go in the power play. Still all Sweden. Ekholm, how long can the Austrian defence deal with this amount of pressure before the 7th one goes in? Save from Starkbaum, just sticking his body in the way to force it from his crease, and now at the other end. So 1 minute remaining in the power play, and the Swedes setting things up from the back to come again. Here's the hat-trick hero Forsberg, all alone, fires it into the middle and then riding round the back of the goal. The captain for Austria, Thomas Raffel, he dumps it up the end, and again the Swedes can run the change, but no need to kill themselves in this last sequence of the game. 8 minutes remaining on the clock, 30 seconds to go in the power play. 3 on 3, choosing to go to the left-hand side, but no option on that occasion. Smart turn from Mitterdorfer, and well, he almost got it up into center ice. This time on the turn, sends it down the end, and the last few seconds of this 3rd penalty in the 3rd period come to a close, and the Austrians back to full strength now. But, full strength or not, they haven't been able to put together almost one attack in this final period. Sweden, absolutely relentless play from them, and putting down a big statement as the shot from right in front. Somehow Starkbaum gets it away. Comes across again though. And the option, well, went for the shot instead there, Ekman Larsson. Again in front, that time Hjalmarsson, but he doesn't get the shot away with just that one defender in front. Raffel. Manuel Lattuza was slowed down enough, but in behind now is Komarek. He needs an option. Oh, and the shot. Oh, they do have the goal back. And finally, Heinrich gets something in the score column for Austria. 6-1. They've left it late, but something now for the Austrian fans who've travelled here to experience the 2015 World Championships. They can cheer about with Dominik Heinrich, the 24-year-old, finally turning that in after some good work in behind. And credit also to Thomas Raffel, who puts his man on the deck Elias Lindholm open up the space. You can see him, he just gets in his way. And finally Nilsson is beaten. Sweden 6, Austria 1. High fives all round, going again. 6 minutes 40 on the clock. No way back for Austria, but maybe they can get another just to close down the margin of defeat. Chasing hard for the puck that time was Joel Lundqvist. The superior experience I mentioned earlier on, a lot of these guys in the roster for Sweden featured in the Olympic final against Canada, where they took the silver medal. They've won golds before in World Championships. They play a lot of their hockey in the biggest divisions in the world against an Austrian team that can only boast one in the NHL. The rest almost to a man playing in their domestic division. Little layoff, trying to get that 6-goal advantage back, Sweden. Got to give Austria some credit in this last period for stubborn defense after the Swedish onslaught, and they still can't find that 7th goal. That sort of spirit may well prove useful in their upcoming matches, as they've got to try to avoid, remember, another relegation. They've yo-yoed from the first division to the elite level every year for the last decade. Promotion followed by relegation, and again and again. I can tell you Russia are beating Slovenia 5-3, so another goal fest there. We could have a 7th now for Sweden if the pass can come into the middle. Well, it took a ricochet on the way through, and Rafael Rota, he passes it short. Florian Iberet, who's wide on the left wing, sends it round the back of the goal as they try to set the shot up. It was lost by Fiske, and we're inside the final 5 minutes here at the O2 Arena in Prague. Sweden have dominated this game, just had 1 goal to show for Austria, and they're just trying to see things out now for getting a well-earned rest. Plenty of games still to come, though, for both these sides in 8-team Group A. Next one for Sweden is going to be against lowly Latvia. It looks like a powder puff as well, as we take a look at Heinrich's goal. Next big game for Sweden is going to be on the 6th of May, 3 days from now, against Canada. Meanwhile, Austria will be in action again in a couple of days' time. Sweden play Latvia tomorrow. Austria meet France on the 5th. So that's what they're looking forward to in the coming matches. Still more action from Group A. Later on, Canada v Germany. France will meet Switzerland. Bit of a derby, that one. He's the man who's going to get the most of the headlines. Friesborg. Layoff from Klingberg. Well, just trying to fire it with 2 men in front. Gliding into the crease was Forsberg. In behind the goal. Less than 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Dominic Heinrich, he loses hold of the possession, and then it coming once more, this time down the right-hand side. A short pass, Eriksson, 3 of them there. Eriksson turns quickly, trying to find the space for the shot. Forsberg even, and he has the possession here wide on the point, and then the tip, and it's pretty easily saved. Quick work from Lundqvist, but he wasn't going to be beating Starkbaum, who's been excellent since replacing René Svet in the 31st minute of the second period. Showed some real expertise in goal as the #1 choice. We got a penalty now against the 3-goal hero, Philip Forsberg, and the 20-year-old will have to sit it out. So maybe we'll get a chance for another goal for the Austrians. Take another look here. Tripping against him. So a little pause after that furious sequence of play, which saw attack after attack from the Swedish side, and looking fairly calm there, the Austrian coach Dan Ratushny, while his opposite number this afternoon, Per Martz, typically Swedish stern as he watches on. He knows there's much bigger challenges to come for his side, who will be expecting to be challenging for a medal, as they so often do in the IIHF World Championships. Gold medalist 2013, bronze last time out. Nine times they've taken the gold medal in the World Champs. Twice Olympic gold medalists in Lillehammer 94, Turin 2006. I already mentioned the silver they got in Sochi in Russia last year. Certainly one of the big favourites to be featuring. Another penalty coming now. So a little bit of indiscipline creeping in. And as we saw earlier on, this time it's Herberger who's going to go to the bin for high sticking. Well seen by the officials. At the end of the second period, Victor Ask went into the box for interference, but then just 19 seconds later, Alexander Palestrang followed him. And as we saw there, numerical advantage reduced just seconds after getting it. So 4-on-4 for the next period of play. 1 minute 44, 1:40 on the clock. And 3 minutes now remaining in the game. Kronwall just trying to put up the screen as Austria try and work the angle. And it is the star player Michael Raffel laying it back. Then the pass on the return by Petter. Taking it to the goal line, shot from close, then just kicked away by Nilsson. And Austria close to getting a second. Seemed to go in slow motion, but no one rushing down on Anders Nilsson to look for the rebound. Sent all the way around the boards. That time by Eriksson on the goal line, tried to get the shot away and blocked off. Oskar Moller receives the possession again. Less than a minute on the 4x4 and 2 minutes 15 remaining in the match. Jimmy Eriksson still just keeps it inside the Austrian zone. Tried to get the shot away on the backhand. There's Jimmy Eriksson. Now is Hjalmarsson. Doesn't quite manage to keep it inside the in the Austrian third of the ice, and credit there to the Austrian defense. So still 4-on-4, 20 seconds to go on that inside the final 2 minutes. It's going to be an excellent win for Sweden. Excellent win for their coach after the narrow victory in the first game against the hosts, the Czech Republic. But Parmarc has got to be pleased with the way they've gone about things here this afternoon, and it could still be a seventh. Starkbaum, hasn't he proved a real thorn in the side of this third period? Would not be undone. So two sides back to full strength now with 70 seconds remaining on the clock. Just blocked down in the far corner. All sorts of Czechs coming in as they try to dig it out. Eventually it is kicked clear by the hat-trick hero Forsberg. To hear his words after after this afternoon's game is completed, and see the journalist write it up. It certainly will be the star name and the headline of this victory for the Swedes. And pinched away, Eriksson. Nice little return back pass and driving through centre eye. Big slap shot coming through, rattles the backboard and bounces off and into the sticks of the Austrians. 30 seconds and less remaining. 20 on the clock. A very entertaining second game here in Group A in Prague at the O2 Arena to kick off action for today. And it's pouched there with 11 seconds on the clock remaining. And the Austrians feeling a little more vindicated, the fans, as the game draws to its conclusion. Double save on that occasion from Nilsson. Himself, he'll be getting plenty of credit for just that one goal conceded. That was much earlier on. You see bouncing, bobbling off his right leg, and eventually manages to just kick it away. Last few seconds. Anilov And there is the final buzzer. It finishes here. Sweden 6, Austria 1. The Swedish goals coming in the first and second periods. Hat-trick for Philip Forsberg. And then just that one consolation with Dominik Heinrich getting on back. 53-17 for the goal scored for Austria. So they move on. Sweden are going to go up to the top of the Group A, after this 3-point victory. They now have 5, one ahead of Czech Republic on 4, who've also played 2. That's all we've got time for from the O2 Arena. I leave you with a final score: Sweden 6, Austria 1.
The winner 6-0, 6-1. There was one goal for the Austrians at the end. Now, the best players of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisen Bank International, official sponsor of the 2015 International Ice Hockey Federation Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by Mr. Bronislav Neubauer, Raiffeisen Bank International. And the best player from the team Austria, it's number 91, Dominik Heinrich. And the best player of the winning team of Sweden, number 9, Philip Forsberg. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Sweden. We hope you come to the next one. We would like to ask you to run fast away from this arena to be ready for the next one. We'll have Canada in Germany.